So January 17th,
Yeah.
I started day trading options, Ardi, and I
Yeah.
posted in that.
Yeah.
And good or bad, it's kind of your fault because you put this day trading
I'm
options.
very
on.
concerned because you're well known of not knowing the proper risk management in place, so it's kind of concerning. But you had a really good trade today, trading options. I had a really good trade, trading options, totally different styles. So I thought let's get together and talk about our trades. What are some of the criterias, what we see, why we did what we did, why we selected the strike price and all that stuff? Because option, especially for our community, is still a little bit of a enigma.
So one of the traders emailed me a few days ago, last week actually, and he mentioned that, Andrew, what are you trading, for example, or trying to catch these reversals, and sometimes it's choppy and get stopped out. What I do is I sell the puts on them. And because it's gonna bounce, but you don't know exactly which area it's gonna bounce, and you wanna try to catch that bounce. You try to buy shares. I try to sell the puts a little bit lower than that, so I have some more room. We know eventually it's gonna bounce back, but it's just I don't have to be on the exact accuracy of my entry. And today actually I tested that. I saw NVIDIA. Had a really strong day, pulled back to the VWAP at around 11 a.m. in the morning, and around 172, I realized that there is a really nice level. So I sold some puts at 172. It did a little chop around, but eventually did a really nice bounce on it, and those puts quickly started to depreciate and losing their value. And then when you're short the puts, when they go down, you make money out of it.
Yeah, that's great. So maybe we can put some screenshots in.
Yeah, I'll put the screenshots. You can see that. So as you see, this is the area that I think NVIDIA kind of tried to bounce back under the VWAP, kind of like a 920. So I sold the puts of 172 for the end of this week because NVIDIA doesn't have the daily or every 2 days expiry. So the weekly option for January 20th. And as you see, the value significantly dropped as NVIDIA started to pulling back. And that was really nice. And I had another one on Amazon as well. Same concept. And Amazon was trying to bounce back around, I think it was 92 or something. And then I really sold the puts and really, really profitable.
Yeah. So I think few things is, just to make things easy, is if you're bearish, you can either buy puts or sell call. If you're bullish, you can either buy call or sell puts. So that's kind of an easy way to...
Which one is better? Someone actually asked in the comments why do you sell the puts and you didn't buy the calls?
Yeah, so that's great. So buying a call, you have unlimited upside, right? So buying a call, you have unlimited upside, so you can make a lot more money. Whereas when you sell a put, your upside is very limited. It's all the premium that you collected. But it doesn't stop there. When you buy a call, you're betting on the speed of the market. So that move, for example, if NVIDIA hovers around that, whatever price was it, 85 or
172.
172. If it hovers around 172 till the close, the put will make you all the money, but the call will actually end up losing you money because it's decaying. The delta move is not that huge. So whenever you're buying option, you're buying volatility, you're buying delta. So you want a fast move. So it depends on the
I like
market.
that. So you're buying the volatility. It means that the time when you're selling the put and you're short the option, the time is in your favor.
Yeah.
The decay of the time is helping you because the options are going to lose the value, so you're making the money. But if you're long on the call and then it's getting into the choppy environment, then your options are losing the time value, and then you're losing money.
Yeah.
So that's what I actually answered in the comments in today's recap. That when you're selling the puts, the time is in your favor. But if NVIDIA started to being chopping around, I don't want to hold.
This is what gets people a lot in the option. Is I always say in the chat room, I said the option is 3-dimensional. So with stock you can go long, you can go short, but with options you cannot. There's another dimension called speed. Mm-hmm. So whenever you're buying options, you're betting on this speed. So if you're bearish and you think that move is gonna happen fast, don't sell call, buy put. But if you're bearish, but you think, for example, right now SPY is gonna hover around that 400, maybe not drop a lot, but just hover around that 400, then sell some 405 call for the end of the week. That could be another trade. So that's
good. Adi, do you have a course in Trading Terminal Academy for trading options? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and it's called Option Trading for Beginners, but it's not really for beginners. I cover all of this stuff in there.
How many hours is the course?
I think about 7 or 8 hours. Yeah.
Well, that's
there's-
great. So for those of you who guys are interested, you can go actually see Ardi's options course. I think it's priced really, really low, or maybe it's free. Do you have any in Bear Brook Traders Education Center too?
We have tons. Yeah. So the Bear Brook Traders education is also very extensive.
Very
yeah,
extensive.
yeah.
So I highly recommend that. I personally need to get into that more. But again, the volatility on the options are a little bit tricky, especially the exposure on the
Yeah.
that you're getting. So got to be really careful.
Yeah, I usually do them weekly, but there's always setups for daily
Day
as
trading,
well.
yeah. Especially Tesla, for example. Right now, I'm short Tesla puts. At 85, we collected the premium, really nice. So we set like 300 contract on that. I also short puts of Amazon and Nvidia as well.
Yeah.
So I think these two are going to bounce by Friday, and I think there is really, really good chance that I'm not going to hit. Like Amazon, I sold the puts at 80.
Yeah.
Amazon is trading at 100 now. So
That's a 20%.
the 20% drop.
When's the expiry?
I think for Amazon is March.
So you got one earning. So you
One
got one
earning.
key event that might cause some
Yeah,
fluctuation.
that's the
but-
tricky part. I wasn't actually paying attention that
Yeah.
Amazon is going to have the earnings, so 20% drop, it's possible. But also Amazon is already down like 60%, 50%. So, maybe there is a chance that like Netflix that we started bouncing back from the lows, potentially some of these techs are going to hold around this area.
Yeah, I mean it's really solid way of making income for your portfolio, especially if you have a little bigger portfolio.
Yeah.
You could do that. Maybe we could do another video talk about our long-term way of selecting stock, why we select certain stock, like why did we select SOXL for the fund? Why did we select Tesla? Because the volatility is really high. Why do we choose the levels that we choose? So that could be another
Yeah, so
course.
one day that we did add, I think it was about over a month, we sold SOXL puts at in December.
Yeah.
And we just covered it, I think, last week for $30,000 profit.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that with such a small margin that we could get such a nice, decent profit into that account. Yeah,
Just a month's work, no managing, no active managing, just let the time do the work, right?
Time to do the work, yeah.
Yeah. I think one question a lot of people would have, especially on your MBDA trade, is risk management. Is managing risk in option different than in stocks? How do you manage your risk?
Well, that's you got to help me on that. I think so. What I was looking at it, if the Nvidia is losing that level at 172 and is collapsing and going down, obviously the value of the put is going to go higher. So I'm sure they have to cover it on that. But also it's a leveraged environment. So when Nvidia goes down, this option can go significantly the value of the put. So we're going to be really careful on that. But you tell me.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, I always say that just manage it exactly the same way as you manage the main thing, the stock. It's just a derivative, right? It drives from the stock. So whatever key level that you have on the stock, if it breaks that, then you got to cover your option. But just know that it is leverage, right? So once that out of the money put become at the money put because of gamma, it can cost you a lot of money. So leverage is a double-edged sword, right?
I know that in 2022, for those of you who know, had a really bad loss on TNA. So, I promised today to Jared that Andrew in 2023 is going to be a better person. Do not mess around with this leverage products for long. Yeah,
exactly. Well, it was a great talk.
Yeah, thanks.
Hopefully we added value and people can start trading, not blow up their
Yeah,
account.
no, we're gonna actually, I got a couple of emails today about the options day trading. Adi and I are working on an options book to make it very simple and put some of the strategies in there. If you have any question, leave it in the comments. If you're not a member, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And I got a couple of emails about this strategy, and I got really good, really nice comments on that. So maybe actually we get this more and more.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get a bit, just take off the options activity in the community as well too.
Definitely, yeah, 1000%.
Well, thank you so much, guys, and looking forward to see you in the community. Ciao.